How did it feel to be back in Columbus, at least in an official capacity, to sort of feel the vibe from the crowd there? What was that like for you?
It was really special, and when JD called me a couple of months ago and invited me, I was obviously honored, and it was a weird day. We came in yesterday, and Jill and I wandered around the arena district, and we had bought a place at the Buggy Works, and you know, we talked about the great memories we had here. Little story I'll never forget. Clark was in 5th grade the first year we were here, and he came home from school one day and he said, "Dad, it's not going to work here. They hate hockey. They love football and they hate hockey. It's not going to work." I said, "Clark, don't say that. We gotta get this to work." So, you know, we have some great family memories of Columbus. Both my kids got to graduate from high school. I mean, started here in 3rd grade and 5th grade. Both graduated from high school, and both of them consider Columbus like a home to them. So it's been a really special weekend, to be quite honest, you know.
It's just, you've drafted a lot of players. Just to be part of something like this years later, I mean, to really, as Rick said, full circle, to be part of something like this, it's got to hit home.
Well, you know, you see Jared Bowl there. I mean, I don't know, 5th or 6th round pick, and I heard his name today, and it was, you know, there was a lot of kids that came through that really had great careers. I just saw Chris Russell played his 900th game in Edmonton. I mean, I follow all of them, and I'm really proud of all of them, you know. I wish a couple more first rounders would have turned out, but, you know, we had a lot of good kids come through, and I loved seeing David Viborny on there today. I haven't seen him, and he was just a special individual, you know, when we started, and so it was really Luke Richardson. Just so many great memories flashing through your head, and to see the arena and how great it is, and the district. It's amazing. I mean, it's just amazing when I think back the 20 years how it's come.
Doug, what do you recall about the lead up to the 2002 draft in terms of what did you see in that player that you knew that he was going to be special, and then did you see that it could end up like this someday? Yeah.
Well, I mean, Don Boyd knew Rick really well from London, and he was a Rick Nash fan. And I remember a year prior to the draft, we went to Plymouth and watched him when he was an underage, and I remember thinking for the next year, oh man, if we could get this guy, if we could just get this guy. What it would mean for our franchise, and you never know how a guy's going to turn out. You know, it's funny how it goes. But Rick, from the very first day he was here, and what blew me away was the way when he walked into the dressing room as an 18-year-old, how he handled himself so well, and the players respected him immediately. And this was the Luke Richardson and a lot of veterans, and he carried himself like a pro, and as I said tonight, he was a better person than he was a hockey player, and that came through loud and clear tonight. But I watched it, and I followed him ever since. I'm really proud of him. I was around the NHL for 24 years, and he was my favorite player. And I had some good ones over the years, and assistant coach, and and I get teased in Canada a lot about it because I talk too much about him, you know. So I'm really proud of him.
You just mentioned about how far this whole thing has come over 20 years, and you even mentioned in your speech just how much more hockey participation there is, Rick's impact on that, just how this has become a hockey town. As you look back over those 20 years, I mean, just how it was a big part of, I know, what you wanted to build here, but to kind of see it now, just how cool is it to see how far it's come?
Well, you know what I forgot to say tonight, and I was really disappointed. I remember the meeting where we started the AAA Blue Jackets, and Ed Ginger became our guy, and Terry Fairholm was with me, a friend from Dublin, and he had been my minor hockey coach, and we started the AAA Blue Jackets. And to watch this year and see two of our players from the first AAA year, Sean Corrali and Connor Murphy, playing for the Chicago Blackhawks, and then to see Jack playing here. Where do you get two kids that start, you know, a program that starts in a market like Columbus, and they're both playing for the hometown team, and Connor's a star in Chicago, and countless, I follow it, countless kids have played Division I hockey and have signed contracts, the Sherwood kids. I mean, to me, it's mind-boggling when I see the names, and to see Sean Corrali, and I hate to mention it, but my son's his agent, so anyway. So anyway, it really has been, it's really been pretty special. And I got away, when I left here, I got away from it, and I still followed the team, but to come back and see it, it's pretty amazing.
We'll go to Clay Hall on Zoom. Go ahead, Clay.
Hey, Doug, great to see you. You made a lot of, you seem like the guy who made a lot of moves over 24 years. Is this the slam dunk best hockey move you ever made?
As far as Rick Nash?
Drafting Rick Nash.
I can't say that there was a close second. I wish there would have been some other ones, but you know, it's funny. I spent a long time talking to Don and Boyd the other day, and you know, we talked about our history, and you know, I get criticized a lot about lots of things, and you know, if I had to do it over again, would I have changed a few things? Yeah, sure. But you know what? To come to a franchise and really be the first person, I think Greg Kirstein and I were the first two people that worked for the Blue Jackets, and to hire 250 people and build an organization from the ground up and go through the building process, it was just an amazing experience. So Rick was without a doubt the best draft, and I wish there would have been guys closer to him.